Hello out there, traders, and good morning. Welcome to the Apteros Daily Market Insight. It is December 15th, 2023. Let's get into our normal routine here, go with our recap from yesterday, and then, of course, our updated levels for today. So taking a look at what we have going on yesterday, we had two lines in the sand with multiple scenarios around each, but it turns out we only needed scenario one, which we were monitoring for the majority of the session here. As we kind of opened up and things were kind of looking like they were pushing to the upside here, we started to get some holds in some interesting areas, looking for that possible target area. It just never really reached there throughout this entirety of the section, through most of the morning into the afternoon. We started to see holds all around, these neutral areas, this neutral line in the sand, never really being able to clear out the day's highs and get up through that and get to that target area. So once we didn't see that type of behavior, the shorts looked better and better and better as the session went on. And of course, we get a short or a push down here. Not necessarily something that we would have taken in the prep or aligned with our preparation or DMI. So this really isn't a trade for us, but what we were monitoring is what was happening down here, right? So as we came into that line in the sand area, we front ran it by a few ticks, but man, did we make a nice V bottom there. Came right back up to that target, and then we were looking for that upper target. We just quite didn't get there. So that was kind of the story of yesterday's session. We only needed one scenario, and that was scenario one. If you were kind of staying bullish throughout the session because we were above it, like the plan and the prep kind of says, there were opportunities to get on the bull side of things, especially right in here, for a nice little move to the upside. This doesn't really clear out the high, so once you get that bit of information, it starts to look a little bit more shaky, but then you definitely get an opportunity down here once that thing really turns and starts screaming off from this line in the sand area. Okay, so now we have our updated levels for today. Very similar type of plans we've been drawing up pretty much all week because nothing has really changed in our time frames. We continue to show a similar pattern as we have all week, so we're just sticking with that what is picture. And we have two lines in the sand for today, and I guess you can pretty much, if you've been following us this week, you can guess what's going on with our scenarios. Our upper line in the sand is the more bullish scenario, and we have scenario one, which is the current what is picture. In other words, looking for that bullish traversal from that line in the sand area, so possibly something like this, and then a possible continuation. And this up here is like the furthest stretch target. That's really not. It's within the scope of a really great trending day, but I'm looking more or less at the 4803s and the 4820s as kind of my main targets. And if we do happen to have some kind of extraordinary day for whatever reason, the 4844s, 45s is possible. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at there on scenario one to the upside. Looking at scenario two would be something like this, and it is nothing more really than a scalp with what's going on in the current quick market type of condition. We are still overall bullish as long as our lower line in the sand is intact. So very similar to what I was talking about yesterday, even with a pretty aggressive down move like we saw yesterday, I'm still maintaining some of that bullish posture unless the market switches or a line in the sand fails. Once I get that type of information, then I'll be looking for a scalp level opportunity off of that information. But other than that, I'm still overall bullish. So it's kind of a tricky scenario to even get involved with scenario two. So it's a little bit more advanced, I'd call it. So if you're kind of a novice and you're watching these on a regular basis, scenario two really isn't an easy one to capitalize on in this particular market condition. So pay attention to that and watch out for scenario two. Is it possible? Can it evolve? Is it a good scalping opportunity to the short side? Yes to all of the above, but it is a little bit more advanced to catch because it isn't necessarily a trade that goes along with the overall market condition. In other words, you're kind of working against what we're seeing and how we're trending. Okay, so that's with the upper line in the sand there. We have scenario one, bullish. We have scenario two as a scalping opportunity or more advanced play to the bearish side of things. Then we get into our lower line in the sand here, and we have a very similar scenario as we had yesterday, right? We have scenario three. If we come down there, we're looking for an inflection back up and then possible continuations from there up to the upside. And if we get scenario four, that's a full breakdown of all of our lines in the sand. That's where this market's going to look a little bit more bearish in general. We might be seeing a little bit more of an extended pullback from this bullish move. But that overall target or destination would be somewhere down here into 46, 43s, 46, 78, somewhere down in that area there for the bearish side of things. Okay, so those are our different scenarios for today. Overall, our general context is bullish. We'll be watching for the bullish side of things again today, keeping in mind that scenarios one and scenarios three are the bullish ones. The bearish ones being scenario 2 and scenarios 4. You got to watch out for scenario 2 if it does evolve. Like I said, it is a little bit more of an advanced play. Scenario 4 would be more like an all clear for the bears. In other words, if they clear out all of this bullishness, then it would be a little bit more of a safe play down here with scenario 4. All right. Mind your risk out there. Good luck, and let's have a great trading day.